They told her she didn't belong. They told her a woman could never endure the cold brutality of SEAL training, never rise to the mental discipline required to outthink elite shooters, never hold her ground when the world narrowed to breath, heartbeat, and the crosshairs of enemies lying in wait. But as Lieutenant Raina Hale crouched in the dust of the abandoned ridge, listening to the faint click of a sniper bolt locking into place, she understood something none of her critics ever had. Courage doesn't ask for permission. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. Raina steadied her breathing, her fingers trembling only slightly as she tightened the straps of her gear. Moments ago, her team had taken heavy fire during a hostage extraction drill turned unexpectedly real. An extremist group had infiltrated the training compound, converting a simulation into a deadly ambush. 8 snipers positioned across the cliffs. 8 shots already fired. 1 wounded teammate lying below her with a shattered leg. She had 12 minutes before reinforcements arrived. But her team didn't have 12 minutes. The wind shifted, carrying a swirl of dust that stung her eyes. She blinked hard, forcing her vision to steady. She remembered the words she'd heard whispered behind her back for months. Women can be SEALs. Won't last the first week. She'll break. Their voices followed her like ghosts. But another voice rose stronger, her mother's, gentle, steady. When the world doubts you, love, let your actions be louder than their disbelief. Raina exhaled slowly. Time to be loud. She slid across the gravel, each movement measured, silent. Beneath her, the wounded teammate Ortiz groaned. She risked a glance. He looked pale, breath shallow. Raina, he whispered, voice breaking, don't go alone. A moral weight pressed on her chest. She could stay and protect Ortiz, shield him with her body, hope the snipers hesitated. But hesitation had already claimed one life, their captain, who now lay motionless behind the overturned truck. Waiting could cost another. Her throat tightened. Won't let them get to you, she said softly. I promise. Then she moved. The first sniper revealed himself with a faint glint of scope reflection. Raina dropped low, rolled behind a boulder, and fired a single controlled shot. Dust jumped. Silence followed, 1 down. Her heart pounded, not with fear, but with the sharp clarity that came only when stakes rose beyond breaking. She checked the time. 10 minutes left. Raina sprinted across the ridge, the hot air burning her lungs. A second sniper fired. The bullet grazed her shoulder, slicing cloth and skin. She stumbled but did not fall. Instead, she slid behind a jagged stone outcrop and fired twice. The sniper collapsed, his rifle clattering against rock. 2 down. The cliffs vibrated as the remaining shooters adjusted positions, coordinating silently. She could almost feel their calculations tightening the noose, anticipating her next step. But they didn't know Raina Hale. They didn't know she had spent 5 years mastering terrain reading, studying wind shifts, training with her father's old hunting rifle until her hands learned recoil like a second pulse. She scanned the ridge, a shimmer of heat waves, a whisper of movement, a breath out of place. Third, sniper. She launched forward, sliding on 1 knee, firing from the hip. The bullet struck true. 3 down. Below, Ortiz watched with wide, disbelieving eyes. Around him, other trainees and evaluators, pinned, terrified, began to rise to their elbows, murmurs swelling like a tide. They couldn't see her clearly through the dust and glare, but they felt her presence. Courage, when witnessed, moves people like wind through tall grass. Raina pushed deeper into the canyon. 4, 5, 6. Each fight different. Each challenge pushing her to the limits of breath, endurance, instinct. Sweat dripped into her eyes. Her muscles cried out. Her mind flickered with exhaustion, but she didn't stop. She thought she'd never see the 7th sniper before he struck. She was wrong. A shadow shifted above her. She dove just as his bullet cracked against stone. She twisted mid-roll, aimed upward, and fired. The sniper toppled backward, disappearing into the ravine below. 7 down, only 1 remained. The final sniper was the most dangerous. The leader, Raina knew it without seeing him. His shots were precise, calculated. He had waited, letting the others fall first. Watching her patterns, studying her choices. She crawled along the ridge edge, dust falling like rust from her elbows. Her breath came in short, sharp bursts. She scanned. Silence. Stillness. Then a single rock rolled gently down a nearby slope. She turned. He was there. Tall. Still. His rifle aimed directly at her heart. For a heartbeat, time froze. Moral dilemma surged through her. Kill or be killed. End a life to save her team. Take a shot she might regret forever. But then, Ortiz's pained cry drifted to her ears, raw and fragile. Raina didn't hesitate. She fired first. The leader staggered, rifle falling from his hands. He collapsed to his knees, then forward onto the ground, the wind carrying away the last of the dust around him. 8 down. Her hands shook violently now. Adrenaline drained from her like water from a cracked cup. But she stayed on her feet. Around the canyon, murmurs grew into stunned whispers. Then applause. Then shouts of disbelief and awe. Reinforcements arrived moments later, moving in disciplined formation, but the work was already done. Raina had finished it alone. As medics rushed Ortiz onto a stretcher, he grasped her wrist weakly. "Raina," he rasped, "you just proved them all wrong." She smiled, though tears blurred her vision. "I didn't do it to prove anything," she whispered. "I did it because you're my team, and that's what we do, no matter who we are." Sunlight broke through the dust, casting a warm golden glow on the ravaged ridge. The air felt lighter, softer, almost forgiving, because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And somewhere within that glow, Raina felt the weight of the world ease, replaced by the quiet certainty that she had earned her place, not by being stronger than a stereotype, but by being stronger than fear. If this story moved you even a little, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more powerful, emotional stories from Whispered Words.